So let me come back to our application. So this is a simple process we have created yesterday. Okay. Yesterday means in the last session we have created. So today we will just you understood like what is the lane, and in the lane what we can add. We can add the individual activity, right? So activity is nothing but a task, right? So before going that, so I want to explain you simple mm, uh, means how this process instance will work, right? So we have an application called this process. Credit card process application is a process, right? So it's a main process. So this process, what it will define? It will define our end-to-end process. So that is nothing but from the starting to till end. So what and all work is be done by credit card when credit card processing. So when we are processing a credit card, so what and all work will be done. So or nothing but task will be done by team to complete this request. So that is what it will represent. So when you run is nothing but whenever the customer request for a credit card, so customers might be a multiple customers, right? So if you take like example XY bank, so for that it might be a multiple customers. So multiple customer means there might be example if you we take example like we have a 1,000 customers. In that, so 100 customers are requesting for a credit card. So 100 customers when they are requesting, that is nothing but when they're requesting the credit card, so 100 instance will be created. Is it clear, Jay? Instance is nothing but request. You are clear? So every time whenever the customer request for credit card, this particular process will be triggered. So one customer, one request will be created. That is nothing but if 100 customers are requesting, so in the production, so there will be 100 instances will be created. That is nothing but 100 requests. Is it clear? You are
Yes,
able to
sir.
hear
It
me?
is. Yes, sir. It is clear. I was on mute. Sorry.
Well,
Yes.
so in that, I'll take one instance life cycle. Okay, because uh, it is a request, right? We can say it's a request life cycle or one instance life cycle, right? So how this one instance, one request will go through, right? So whenever one instance will be created, there will be unique ID will be generated. We call it as instance ID. This instance ID is unique for all 100 requests. Okay. So again, this instance ID unique, right? So example, if I run this, example, running is nothing but customer has requested for credit card. So the process will be same for all 1,000 requests, but instance ID will be different for 1,000 requests. So if you see right, this is the instance ID which is created, so which is unique for per individual request. So again, so whenever this instance ID created, so we have a multiple task, right? So to complete this process, so we'll be having a multiple task. So for that task, right? So I can say we have 5 tasks. So each 5 task, example, first task, I say first task, second task, third task, fourth task, and fifth task. So whenever this instance get created, right, at that time, so first task will be triggered, means first task will be get created. So this task will be having a, again unique task ID. So i- task ID. So example, I can say it's a task number 1. Okay. And along with that, there will be token will be generated. token number. So that is also unique. So if you say this is a task number one, task ID is one. So this task ID one is nothing but so throughout all the application. Example, I have a 10 applications. Okay, loan application I have, customer onboarding application I have, and even credit card application I have. So if you consider all application combined together, if you log in any application, if you search any task, it will be having a unique task ID. Task ID won't be duplicated, and even instance ID won't be duplicated. You're understanding there what I meant to say?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so example, I have app one. Okay, app two. So let's consider in app one we have one process for that one task ID created. Okay, task ID. So here task ID one is there. So example for app two, whenever requests are creating app two process right instance, at that time it starts from task ID two. It won't start from one. That is what I wanted to say. So task ID will be unique. So example again in the app one the process got created. Now the task ID will be like already two is available, right? Task ID. So it will start from task three. So again, if another process is initiated in the app two, then again here we need a task to be created, right? Again it will start from task four. You're understanding? So throughout your
Yes, sir.
BPM tool, task ID will be unique. And throughout your complete how many application you are using, right? In all the application combined together, there will be instances will be running in the production. All how many processes are running in the production will be having a unique ID, right? So unique ID, how that will be from app one, if instance one got created from app two, after app one, app two process is triggered, right? Then the instance ID will become two. Then again from the app one, the process is started. Then the instance ID will become three. So for app two, again instance ID will become four. It's a series. So who from whichever application request will come first, so that serial number will be taken, right? So that process will be triggered. For that, some unique ID will be assigned. It's kind in the form of serial number. So from another app, the request comes from the previous serial number. The instance ID will be create means from serial previous serial number. The instance ID will be taken and it will be added plus one. Again, next instance ID will be created.
Okay, sir.
You are,
And sir,
uh,
yes, sir,
yeah,
I understood. Sir, one question to the task unique task ID, then token number. So this token number is same as task ID, or this is something else that is reference to the task ID, sir? On the top,
token
you have
number,
mentioned.
yeah, token number I'll come. So
Uh-huh.
task ID were clear, right? So
Yes, yes.
task ID part is clear. The token number is nothing but so how the flow should go, right? So first
Mm,
it should be task one should be executed first. Then from there the task two should be executed. Task
mm,
three should executed. So
mm,
token number task ID will be unique throughout all application, but token
mm.
number won't be unique. It will be specific to your process. So whenever the task one is getting created, the token number will be generated as one. So
Okay.
and next one. Next one, when the task 2 is generated, right? Task 2 is might
Mm.
be system task or it might be any task, script task. Like we have different type of task. I'll be explaining you.
Okay.
So any task, it might be system task, it might be a user task, or it might be a process or anything. So
Uh-huh.
for that token number will be generated, which is token number 2. Okay.
Okay.
And now
Okay.
again for this token number 3. You are understanding, right? So again,
Yes,
the
sir.
task ID might be here. The task ID is one is there. When it comes to task two, the task ID might be five, six, seven, or it might be 100, or it might be 1,000, it might be 1 lakh. But
Mm-hmm.
token number always it will be in the series. Token number one will be task number one. Token number two will be there for task number two. So
Okay.
it will tell you like how the flow is flowing, how the process is going through. So first task is coming. So for the token number one will be there. When it will be moved, token number two will be there. So that
Okay.
is I'll show you here. So if you
So,
see
so, so,
our
sir. So, sir,
yeah
can we go back, sir? Can we go back? Suppose now let's come to this app one and app two. Okay. Now, app one, as per the app one, the task one is the first task and the second task should be task three, right? So
Yes,
this is the sequence, but the token number of task one will be one in app one, and token number for task two will be token number two, right? This three, task three will be assigned to token number two because that is the sequence of execution, task one to task three, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, sir.
right. So here in app one, right? Here if you see,
Huh.
here it will be app token number one. So
One.
now what happens? Process app two, there is another task is created, like the two is taken by process app two. So in that
Hmm.
case, what happens, right? We get a task three number. The ID will be
Yes.
three. Now the
Yeah.
token number here, it's a specific to application, right? Specific to the process. So
Yes.
then the token number will be two here. Okay,
Okay.
similar way. So for another app, so again it will be token number one, and here it will be token number two.
Two.
Here understanding, right?
Yes.
It's specific to the process. So now when I go back here, I'll explain you. So here if you see, uh, so credit card we triggered this credit card main process, right?
Hmm.
So here, if you see our what is our task ID. So because in my system already some tasks are running which are associated with another process. So that is the reason the series number we got, like it is the current series number is 6032, which is
Hmm.
unique in the system.
Hmm.
And what is the token number? We received a 4 here. So how this 4 came,
Hmm.
right? So
Hmm.
how this 4 came is nothing but he even this task as a start is a right. This task start also will be considered as one token.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, start
Got it.
1, 2, 3. Like again, there will be one more system task will be executing. And now to reach here, there are before the 4 token has executed already. That is
Oh,
that
huh,
is
huh.
what it represents,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay. Though it is not visible, but there are already three tokens are executed, including
Executed
that start. Okay.
start. Yes,
Okay.
right. So
Okay.
now when it is reaching here, right? Again, the sequence flow will be considered as one token. Again, here before reaching to operation, there are
Hmm. Hmm.
some more task will be some more means like their system activity will be executed, right? So
Hmm. Hmm.
system activity it considers token that will be closed and next serial number will be generated. Example, if I complete it, I'll click on done. So what will be token number now? So if you see here, it's changed to 6 because the task 4 is closed. Then 5 will be sequence number, 6 will be your token number.
Okay.
You are
Okay. Got
understanding,
it.
right?
Got it.
For
Got it.
sequence number also there is a one token will be assigned. Okay.
Yes, sir. Hmm.
Similar way for this also sequence flow also one token will execute
Uh,
and again here 7 will get generated, right?
hmm.
So this is actually like throughout for this complete uh, for complete process from it will start from 1 and again it will be 2, 3, 4, 5 like that the token number will system will assign and it will complete it. You are understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this you understood, right? So again, when it comes like here, whenever we have sub process inside, okay. Example, we have some sub process created. Example, I'll tell you one dummy sub process. So, example, I open. I'll tell you like what is sub process, but as we are covering token part, so I wanted to cover that as well. Okay. So now, if you see, this is a sub process now. So
Hmm.
that's where the child token and parent token will comes into picture. Okay,
Hmm.
when I run this process again for this activity, right? Um, this is sub process. Okay, but in this activity there is a sub process. It is there. So now what happens? There will be two tokens will be active. One is parent token, and one will be child token. You're understanding?
Yes.
Okay. So if I go here, if I refresh, so example, if you see, customer is the main activity. So inside this we have a sub process. So so this one, the token 4 represent the parent token. And if you go inside, 7 will represent your child token. You're understanding?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So whenever you are working on the flow, right? So example, you want to complete this task, right? In the system, like you by using API, you want to complete this task. So how will complete? So you have to move parent. Parent token you can move to parent activity. These are parents, right? So from 4 you can move to uh, operation. But you can't move like from 7 to here operation. It is not possible. From child to parent, it is not possible. Parent activity to parent activity you can move. Child activity to child activity you can move. Means the tokens you what I meant to say tokens.
Mm.
You're understanding?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So from 4, like when how it will be moved? Whenever this 7 token will get complete, so that is nothing but inline task is complete. At that time what happens? So once this is complete, so now parent token will be closed. When all the child tokens or all the child activities will get complete, then this particular task will be completed. The customer task will be completed. Then only this token number 4 will move to operations. That is what I wanted to tell you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Clear, right?
No. Clear, sir. And sir,
Okay.
one
Now,
more thing that
yeah,
can you go back to the notepad, sir? Can you go back to your notepad? That's just one doubt came here. So we got the task ID and a little bit scroll up, no sir, where you have created the process instance ID also, right? So this instance ID is nothing but that process ID we have created, right? Every time, suppose we in a customer applies for credit card, one process will be initiated. So each process represents each one request, right? So that
yes,
one request will have a instance ID. Correct me if I'm wrong,
yes,
right?
yes,
So
yes, correct,
now that instance ID and this task ID is like to is having one to many relationship, right? Because suppose a process needs if a process required to be completed, then you will have to execute all the tasks that are defined under that particular process, right? And
right,
so under one instance ID there will be it will be related to task ID 1, task ID 2, task ID 3, like that. So once
yes,
each task ID is executed, then we can mark that particular instance ID as completed, right?
completed, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay, correct.
right.